Hey guys, Robert, Ian, and a new guest doing her first ever live stream, Bianca, or BM if you know her in some chat in YouTube comments.
Hello, how are you?
Yep, welcome aboard. So today, as you already noticed in the thumbnail and everything, we're going to be talking a lot about the DC October solicitations, and we all got a lot. And well, I assume we all got a lot to say.
I certainly do.
So let's just dive right in, shall we? We have Batman the Imposter, which is basically the guy who worked on the Batman, the upcoming movie, deciding to give us our third, if you count the Nolanverse, realistic Batman.
Yeah, I have to say that this pitch feels so much like stuff we've already seen.
Earth One. We just finished it. We just finished Earth One.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bianca?
I mean, the art looks great, but like it just feels like not a fresh pitch at all.
I want to say the same.
Yeah, it's just this whole idea of like it's been underway for a year or so. You could tell he's making a difference. Although to be fair though, the general premise does sound like they are doing something a little bit different. It's like I think he's basically instead trying to go more realistic to the detriment with Batman. It's in like he's not trying to build a mythos. You know what I mean? Like Earth One and the Nolanverse were. Which I think is the one thing that's going to give it a bit of a leg up. You know what I mean? Would you agree with that?
I'm always willing to try something different. I'll check it out.
Oh yeah,
I'll check it out. I mean, I have to for the podcast.
I didn't know it was Black Label though.
Oh yeah, it's a definite Black Label. So they just call it Bat Label.
But the thing about Black Label that I appreciate about these new titles that are being announced is they're not necessarily the R-rated. So I feel like too much of Black Label.
It's just Elseworld. It's just Elseworld these days.
Exactly. And unlike Elseworlds, they're mini-series, which is something I always had a criticism about the old Elseworlds. They felt too short. So giving them 4 issues is great to me.
Yep. Except for the very last one, there were a couple that were mini-series, but like the very last one they did was the Last Family of Krypton.
Yeah, but most of them were one-shots.
Yep. Well, Batman 114, the start of Fear State, and of course,
middle of Fear State. This is
you're
the
right,
second
middle. You're right. But of course, they're doing this all within October. But I'll be honest, I was not expecting Peacekeeper 1 to be the main focus of this whole thing.
I did.
You did? Did you,
I
Ian?
did.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still really curious how Scarecrow's involved because it's supposed to be Scarecrow's plan.
Mm-hmm.
But
I did like the recent. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
All the stuff we're seeing is about Peacekeeper 1 and the Magistrate plan.
Yep, I will say though, I did like the recent issue of Batman where Harley Quinn is basically all like. He explains everything she knew about him from his back. And I'm like, okay, that explains so much. Because when you saw him during DC, Infinite Frontier #0, he seemed like this normal guy. And now we find out, oh no, he was messed up the whole time.
Although if you read the Joker, Jim Gordon says he denied Mahoney time and time again because of his family's corruption. So there were hints that there was something.
There were hints, but I'm just saying, but when you look at the story in Zero, they played him up like a straight good cop.
Exactly.
I mean, Bianca, did you notice that at all?
I didn't, but I follow Jorge Jimenez on Instagram, so he's mostly showing Scarecrow, and he's talking about Peacekeeper. So it's like he already tells us before it comes out.
Right.
I give a huge recommendation to follow Jimenez because his art.
Oh yeah,
he's always so positive and his art's always so great.
His manga art is really good too.
Yeah. I mean, he's just such a master of so many different things.
Yep, but yeah, so we have Miracle Molly. Okay, can someone explain to me? Weren't they hyping up Miracle Molly as being a villain, and yet she's coming
I thought so too.
I never wondered if she's just an anti-hero.
Yes. I still think that she's definitely a tragic figure because she basically killed herself to become a completely different person.
True. But at the same time, though, it's just weird because they accepted like she was going to be a new villain, and now you read the solicitations here and look at that cover, and you're like, is this a case of enemy mine, or is she not that bad? And look at how her first appearance is like, she's not that villainous.
Her first appearance was actually really sympathetic.
Yeah, so again, you have to wonder, is she a new Bat Family edition? Don't we have enough already? Wouldn't she be the next? Oh, however many of those Bat Family characters that we've long forgotten.
The incentive to create new characters is just too strong.
She could be another Orpheus.
Oh man, that poor guy. He had a lot of potential, but he just got offed.
I had to go there. Oh, Arkham City, the Order of the World. I gotta say, and when Tristan, Nerdad talked about it, I have to agree with her. I'm trying to figure out how many of these are new characters and how many of these are old. Like, some are obvious. Scarecrow, Phosphorus, not Scarecrow, Hatter, Phosphorus, Pig. But, for example, you have that woman there, I wish I could zoom in on it, but, no, the one with no face, Tristan thought it was, Jane Doe. No, Jane Doe has a face, so it can't be her.
Maybe it's Question. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense because Question is technically Commissioner.
Yeah, but no, it's not Question. This little woman literally has no face. There's like a gaping hole.
Huh.
Hold on, let's see if I can.
I'll pull it up myself so I can see it better.
All right. But yeah, no, if you look, literally, there's like a gaping hole where her face should be.
Oh, wow. That's a really interesting visual.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you have stuff like the man who feels nothing and burns, Phosphorus. A pig searching for perfection, Professor Pig. A woman with no face, that's the woman that has no face. A woman who must devour life to save herself. What do you think that is? And Tristan again thought it had to deal with that stuff from the recent issue, whatever his name was.
Devour life.
You know what I'm talking about? It was like the recent issue.
The Parasite?
Or not Parasite, whatever that creature with the big mouth was.
Vial. Yeah,
Vial. Yeah, she thinks that ties to Vial.
Maybe. I'm trying to... I mean, that's a relatively common... Like a succubus.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a succubus.
Yep. Oh, the next one's obviously the Hatter. Then a body with more than one soul. I think that might be Crazy Jane.
Ooh.
Maybe. Do you think they'd bring Doom Patrol into Batman? Because the thing that this is canon.
She used to be in Arkham back in Morrison stuff.
But it's canon because it's after A-Day.
True. Now the only other thing could be since there's a body, could be Ragman.
Yeah, I could see Ragman or maybe.
And why would Ragman be taught in Arkham?
I mean, there's always reasons because of the corruption.
A being unbound from time who lives in the present and the past. No idea. A boy who sees comfort in vermin. Ratcatcher, obviously. And the twisted man who sees them for all who they are.
Psycho Pirate?
No, because he's already in Infinite Frontier.
Okay.
Being a pawn of Darkseid.
I don't know then.
Maybe.
Something that's weird to me is how this is such a weird blend of alternate universes because it's clearly set with the canon with A-Day, but it's also playing into what you said, the Morrison thing, and it's also titled Arkham City like the video game. So that's like three different...
I was wondering that. I was wondering if this is what to be. Now, it's not a black label, so I think unless it says otherwise, it's,
not
it's
black
canon.
label.
Yeah.
Well, it's canon because if you look at a bunch of the other solicitations, there's a ton of stuff that is setting this up. There's one in Urban Legends and one in Detective Comics.
Now, I see a big guy here. Could that be the one who lives in the present and the past? Or the Twisted Man, either one. Could that be Grundy?
I thought it was Grundy from the
That could be Grundy, but that could be one of the two. Not the one who has more than one soul.
Well, maybe Deadman's hanging out in Grundy.
Maybe. But anyway, next is Secret Files Peacekeeper 1. Finally, we get a bit more about him.
I like the idea here, but I don't trust Ed Brisson. His last stuff in the Batman universe was Batman and Robin Eternal, and his stuff was the weakest of that series.
True, but I think he's done stuff in Marvel that have not been that bad.
Well, maybe he's matured, but I'm just not super excited because of him.
True.
Since it's with James Tynion, they'll probably just have like let's do this, or you could do that,
Or it could be a plot and he's actually scripting.
That's usually how it works. That's what happened with Batman and Robin Eternal.
True. Oh, Catwoman's 36. It's pretty much a Gotham City Sirens reunion.
So this is something really weird. Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and the Harley animated series tie-in comic are all doing Gotham City Sirens this month. And I'm really hoping that Catwoman and Harley are coordinating, because otherwise having Catwoman and Harley and Ivy all in the same place in two different comics doing different things. It's like Joker War all over again, where Nightwing and Batgirl are in the same comic, but they're not making any sense together.
Right. So I'm all for that. And besides, you knew Harley was going to show up the moment you had Ivy's in the Catwoman book.
I have no problem with it. I just hope that they coordinate.
Yeah, then there's Nightwing, number 85, the Anti-Oracle.
Oh man, so many people got so mad about this.
Why?
Because of the Batgirl thing, people were like, how dare you make Oracle Batgirl again? I'm like, she never stopped being Batgirl. You weren't paying attention.
Yeah, because they never said she went back to being paralyzed and everything. It was more like, I'm stepping down for now.
Yeah,
in Rebirth, that's when she started being Batgirl again. It was pretty early on.
Exactly.
But you would not believe the rage that's going on.
I dodged it. I didn't even pay attention to that. So
I mean, I say this as an Oracle fan and someone who thinks that Oracle is much more interesting for Babs than Batgirl. You got to set your expectations, guys. You have to have realistic expectations.
Detective Comics, you are right now. It's going back to monthly. It's going to monthly now.
Hooray! And Dan Mora's on art again.
Yep. So we have just other stuff going on here. May have been decimated during 8-8. Now we're getting Arkham Tower, leading us close to the future state.
Well, I think Arkham Tower is more connected to Arkham City.
True, that's true. Yeah, that'd be cool if they're starting to bring in more elements from the Arkhamverse.
But the interesting thing about this is there's so many parasites. Like, the parasites just don't quit.
No kidding. Then again, there's been multiple parasites already. Oh, I Am Batman. Again, Ridley has just made me so torn on how he's going to handle all this. And again, you always have those
promising to kill someone, and I'm really worried it's going to be Luke.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Who else has he been allowed to work with?
I don't want him to kill Luke. Luke is my favorite.
Yeah.
Luke has been pretty likable for a while now, which I'm very happy.
Not under Ridley's pen. He's been incompetent.
Yeah, Ridley was mean to Luke.
All at the expense of raising. But again, we have to keep reminding ourselves: future state is not set in stone.
Yes, that's correct.
Which is proven, especially when we get further down to another book that totally contradicts something from future state. Batman Urban Legends. I still think it's been doing good.
I love it. I've been liking Urban Legends.
I hated the last issue because of how badly it handled the Batgirls. I think that the Jason story's fine, and the Grifter story was okay.
I thought the Tim one was actually a bit better because it's him starting to at least catch on to what's going on, and it does not look like they're going for the baiting like we thought. It looks like...
We'll see.
Although the fact you had Connor showed up and call him out saying, you haven't been this bad since I was gone.
I am excited because Azrael is showing up in Urban Legends, and that's setting up Arkham City.
And he was on the cover for Arkham City.
Yeah, so basically Dan Waters, who's writing Arkham City, is going to bring Azrael back from space in Justice League Odyssey, and he's
because he's the only one that... No, actually, no, he came back. Didn't he come back with everyone else, or was he still in space?
They have not addressed him, so I think this story is going to explain how he came back.
All right. Next is Harley Quinn, and Rossmo's back on artwork. I know Tristan definitely groaned at that.
I like Rosmo's art for this title. I
And
think it works.
I still don't think it works. He's not good with women at all. His women look fugly as heck.
For the Harley Quinn specifically, I'm in the middle. I'm like, nah, it's alright, but I can definitely see the appeal of it, if that makes sense.
No,
Because
I get
I
you.
follow a lot of artists, and so I'm seeing different types of art. I'm like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot worse out there than you could do than Riley, but
Me. I would be so bad.
Tom King as artist. Stick figure Harley.
Oh yeah. But
I have actually been consistently surprised by Harley. I think it's been high quality. I
mean, that first issue was rough, but as it went on, it's gotten better.
Yeah. I like this introduction of Kevin, the ex-clown. I think he's a really cool character.
But I was saying that first issue was so rough, wasn't it? It was like, it did not seem well first.
I didn't have that negative a reaction to the first issue.
Oh, now here's the one that's questionably canon. Task Force Z, what do you think?
What happened to Task Force Y?
No. Task Force Y is for psychics. That was established after Justice League for the Suicide Squad.
Task Force Z, I'm just like, I wish it's like Brisson. I'm just not excited about Rosenberg.
Right. Well, Rosenberg, I think, though, is probably the better one of some of the newer branch coming in.
I just was not impressed with the last several things he's done with DC.
What about Grifter?
It's fine, but it was very weak until this last issue.
But here's the reason why I'm questioning about the canonicity. Man-Bat and Arkham Knight, when the hell did they die?
Well, Man-Bat, I can tell you, is going to show up. It will be explained in an upcoming backup in Detective Comics. I don't know what's going on with Arkham Knight.
Yes, but she was a big part of Future State.
Still is. I mean, if you're reading Future State Gotham.
Yeah, exactly. So what the heck? Now, Mr. Bloom, that's been up in the air, and the big question is, which Mr. Bloom? The original guy?
Who cares? Mr. Bloom is boring.
Was that the villain with the flower on his face?
Yep. From when James Gordon.
52, right?
Yes.
Yep, when James Gordon was Batman. Technically it was DCU.
Oh.
I mean,
I didn't read that Batman.
You aren't really that different.
Now, who was Sundowner? Who the heck is that?
Sounds like an Alzheimer's villain.
I have no clue. Hold on. Wait, what's that?
There's a syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm Syndrome, your nemesis.
Yeah, new character. Brand new character.
Is this the first issue of the character?
They don't. If there was something with the character, that would have popped up by now. Everything keeps connecting to this, to the announcement. So it's a new character.
Dark Horse.
No, that's Dark Horse. That's not DC.
I did hear when you hear back in the day some characters this Spawn character named I forgot her name, but she went to Marvel.
But
Angela, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was for some very different reason. Now Batman Fortnite was now Scott Snyder jumping on board.
Oh, I'm so angry about that.
Why? Oh yeah, you don't like him.
Not just that. Did you read the last issue?
Yeah, and it was setting up stuff for it to be going to Metropolis.
It was specifically setting up that frickin' Batman who lulls is back, and I am so frickin' sick of that man.
Okay, am I the only guy who didn't hate him? And I'm accepting.
No, lots of people didn't hate him.
No, I
just
hate
hated
him.
that guy.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying the fact that it's set in an alternate universe is not the main universe. I can accept this version existing.
Except that it's Snyder, and he will insist on making it canon, because that's what he always does.
Well, technically, if you go by the Omniverse, of course it's canon.
Wait, is this Fortnite one-shot connected to the other Fortnite?
Yes. This is picking up right after it.
But will it be included in the volume of
Probably.
Fortnite? Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I think that they're gonna build to another collection because this thing sold like hotcakes, so they're gonna want to get more.
Big time.
I'm thinking of buying it for my little cousins because they love Fortnite and Batman.
Yep. Next, the Long Halloween special. You think they're gonna finally, once and for all, clarify who was Holiday?
I hope so, because that was so frustrating.
Oh, especially the way the new movie ended. Why have a feeling that's
Oh wait,
part.
did it? I thought it didn't end
Wait!
yet.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
I thought the movie second part wasn't out yet.
No, the first part I said.
Oh, but it was like only half the movie.
No, but the first part makes it much more direct. Like, okay, that guy's dead. There's no way around it.
Sort of like what they did with Hush.
What?
Oh
I'm
my God.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers. All right.
Wait, in the comic, Batman: The Long Halloween, did it not ever say who the
It was ambiguous. No.
It was very confusing.
It was very confusing because you had here's how it is in the comic. There were three. All right, three of them. 3 holidays. Originally, we saw 2, and then at the very end, we got this out of nowhere addition. Now, first, you could look at it as it was Harvey and I forgot his name now.
Alberto
Falcone. And then it turns out Glinda was also involved too, and it throws in a whole lot of things in the question. That makes you think, was it 3 of them? Because she made it very clear. She claims she started. Now, here's the thing. I think Glinda's mind snapped, and she is just being a confessor.
That would make sense, but I would prefer that they write it the way they left it.
That's why I think this is this. Given how it says here, 25 years ago, you thought you knew the whole story, and the return to reveal that no secret remains buried forever.
Oh, so this is like a continuation?
Yes, this is actually going back, and now obviously it's going to be set after Dark Victory, obviously.
Well, that's what I want to know. Is it going to be after Dark Victory?
It would have to be, because if it's going to be that much of a, because that would have to include retconning, and since everyone kept assuming still that Alberto was Holiday, having a big reveal of who could really be Holiday in between wouldn't make any sense.
Well, this Jeff Loeb, he usually doesn't make sense.
Oh, now this one I love.
Yes, this one's awesome.
In fact, I'll be anything better than Guardian of Gotham. Yeah.
But seriously, Lonely City.
I'm going to say this quickly. If you ever saw Link Carr's Tap the Fourth Wall video about it, I'm the one who suggested that to him long ago.
Nice.
And Distant Fire. Those are the 2 Elseworlds I suggested him that he eventually got to.
But I think that Cliff Chiang is really close to like Darwin Cook, and Darwin Cook, of course, did some really amazing Catwoman stuff.
Oh yeah, this is the same guy who did Streets of Gold or something.
He's also done Paper Girls and that.
No, I'm talking about when he did a Batman one, Elseworld.
Oh, I didn't know Chiang did an Elseworld.
Yeah, hold on. It was no, we're not looking at Lonely City. The Golden Streets of Gotham. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, come on, let me copy and paste it. Yeah, with Jen Van Meter.
Oh, interesting. But he's writing this Catwoman.
Yeah, he's writing this one. But a lot of this was actually his idea. I think this is the case of he didn't hone his writing craft, or they wanted to make sure they had a writer doing it. But I think, from what I understand, this was all his idea. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. DC versus vampires. You knew it was a matter of time. After deceased, it was a matter of time. And hey, I thought deceased wasn't going to do so good. This might surprise me. And from what I understand, the fact
everything I said about Matt Rosenberg still applies.
Yep, but the fact is though that Tinian, from what I've understood, he came up with this to get out of 5G.
Yes, he did. That newsletter was so hilarious.
Hey, what do you say about that, Bianca?
I didn't know that.
Care to explain, Ian?
So, it's now come out that both James Tynion IV and Josh Williamson looked at 5G and said, "I don't want to keep working for DC with this." They wanted to leave, and Tynion revealed specifically that it's because editorial was going to tell the writers what to write.
Of course.
Like the writers had to write it, but the editorial made all the decisions. Like Tynan said, well, can I flex
So pretty much
this
52
or that?
and 52 all over again.
Exactly. And
which, given how this was the deal,
that's why DiDio got fired, because he was doing it again.
And that's also why Snyder was saying he was going to leave too.
Exactly.
I totally forgot 5G even existed. It was such a wonderful time.
Even in the timeline, even that timeline that just got leaked, they don't mention about it.
The timeline makes me so angry.
Why is that? Well, we'll talk to that later. Actually, we'll talk about that later.
Sure.
Do you think they'll ever do one with freaking werewolves?
Yeah.
Just as well, they'll do werewolves.
For this Human Target, why do I have a feeling this is just a pad out Tom King's contract?
I don't understand. Like Greg Smallwood's art is amazing, but the only experience I have with Human Target is that TV show that just wasn't that great.
Again, do you think that's what it's going to be? That is meant to pad out Tom King's contract? Although, I mean, I'll give him this. I will give the man this, as he proved how he was able to do things bi-weekly. The guy can chug out issues. I mean, this is like how many 12-issue maxi series he's working on?
A lot.
Yeah, Rorschach.
Rorschach, Supergirl, Batman, Catwoman, Strange Adventures.
Exactly. No. Yeah. No, wait. Isn't the Batman Catwoman 8?
No, it's 12. It's
12.
It's Supergirl that's 8.
You're right. But yeah, the fact you gotta give the man props. He's a workhorse.
Yes.
Although I'm pretty sure a lot of these have been done well in advance.
Well, Rorschach was for sure.
Definitely.
And I have to say, well, we'll talk about Batcat in a little bit.
We'll get to that. Deep Target. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, especially with how well Brandon Thomas wrote Aquaman.
Thomas is doing great stuff.
I'll be honest, I just wish Tristan would stop mixing him up with Brandon Easton.
I know, that guy, I don't like that guy.
We'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, this looks exciting. What do you think?
I love the green and the green.
Yeah, right?
I heard about Brandon Thomas, and I'm like, that seems like a name that I would buy a comic from. Mm-hmm. And then after hearing you guys approve, I'm like, okay, so I'm right.
The guy did Future State Aquaman.
Oh, I did love that one.
Yep, that too.
I knew I was forgetting one of the Future States. I'm like, which one am I missing? It was the Outsiders. Now I have to get it.
Well, that's actually in the next Batman stories. It was a backup, but it was a full-sized issues.
Right.
Nice.
Now, what about this? The audio adventure special.
Oh, this doesn't look good to me.
Doesn't at all?
Well, because it's all like actors writing their characters, and that generally means it's going to be a really basic story that doesn't really do a whole lot.
Very true. But who knows? 80th anniversary. Of course, they're doing a bunch of these.
I'm excited about this. How many covers do they have available?
7. Ooh, Bruce Timm.
There was one I really liked. Which was it? That one, the Jen Bartel one.
That's the one I used on the thumbnail.
That looks so good.
It does.
She's doing the 77 spin, but she's got the different costumes. It looks so good.
Yep.
Which artist?
They even went with the 90s outfit. I am surprised they did the 90s outfit.
I love the 90s outfit. I feel like I'm the minority.
Well, Tom King is almost certainly writing the 90s outfit story because he said he was researching that era.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably going to get that cover because it's so gorgeous.
Definitely. Now,
they also cover different hairstyles.
Right.
Yeah. You see a little more wavy and everything.
And I'll say this, though. I am, except for this Jordi Belair, no idea who that is. I have nothing against any of the other writers so far.
You don't know Jordi Belair?
What should I?
Yes, she's like the most popular colorist at DC.
Why is it a story by, though?
She's been writing for about 5 years now. She's been writing the Buffy reboot. For Boom.
Magneto and all that. Oh, that's her coloring.
Yeah.
Okay. She's the one who started Colorist Appreciation Day.
Yep. She's a really good colorist.
Now, I gotta say this one I'm both feeling finally, but then to find out you have 2 other artists coming, it's like, What?
Well, but it's Nicholas Scott and Gene Ha. Like, if you have to have other artists,
I'm glad, especially because you're having, maybe aside from Gene Ha, you're having basically George Perez's surrogate son. I don't know. Surrogate son and daughter, pretty much. You know, because let's be honest, that's who Phil and Nicola are, right? Am I right, Ian?
What?
Did you hear what I said? I said, let's be honest. Phil and Nicola are pretty much the surrogate sons and daughter of George Perez.
I could see that.
I mean, Phil we already knew was because there was that point where they met at a convention. They pretty much call each other son and dad.
I could definitely see that.
Yep, and Nicola, I definitely would say.
Nicola, I just have such a long history of. She was the first comic I ever actually bought.
Oh, really? So, what was it?
Yeah.
What was it?
Angel Spotlight Illyria.
I have no idea about Angel,
the TV show.
I have no idea about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was back in like 2007.
Oh, that's a quite ways back. Now,
she was really new.
This one I'm split on.
Oh my gosh!
It could go good. It could go bad.
I just wanted to mention that it is 4 freaking years since they announced Historia.
Oh, I know.
4 years.
It was one of the first ones. It was one of the first ones they announced. Why did I feel because Phil was supposed to do all 3? Why do I have a feeling that he only stuck to the 1?
Oh, he did. I'm just kind of laughing because like
he was never that slow.
Well, it's possible that Kelly Sue was too busy. It's possible that the story was changed a lot by editorial.
True.
We've gotten confirmation that Zeus is not Diana's father in this story.
Well, and again, it's a black label.
But it makes me extremely happy.
All right.
It makes me happy too.
Right.
Yeah,
no comment on my end. No comment on my end. But yeah, it was Nubia. I had to get into an argument with this one idiot in Nerdette's comments. You probably see him, Bianca, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, this guy has been to the point of saying like, oh, she's like I said, name one character that Beta Ayla has replaced at DC. Oh, Nubia, and I just said that's not a replacement. She's been giving more prominence. Diana's coming back, and her mother is still active.
Plus, Beta Ayla is the one who did Wonder Woman War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard it was really amazing. So I'm hopeful. I'm very optimistic about this Nubia and the Amazons.
Also did the Nubia backup story during Future State.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention something. Back in Batman number 115, the backup story of Batman 115 is Batgirls again, but it's by Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad, who are currently writing Wonder Woman. And I can't believe I didn't think of them before, because we've had Vita Ayala, who did in my opinion, incredibly bad job in Future State. And then we had Cesar Castellucci, who did another bad job. And then we had Marguerite Bennett, who did a ridiculously bad job.
Which is sad, because a lot of those are good writers.
I think Cloonan and Conrad have been doing a good job on Wonder Woman.
And Midnighter. The Midnighter backup.
I just haven't been reading that, so I don't know.
Oh, I wanted to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Since I'm still a newbie in the comic world, since 2017 Rebirth, that was like my first time getting into comics.
No shame in that. No shame in that.
Does anybody know who Stephanie Williams is?
Stephanie it's brand new writer. Like she's been doing more stuff recently. Like, hold on.
I keep getting her confused with Stephanie Phillips, who's writing Harley Quinn, but it's not the same person.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. Oh, come on.
They're like, no, you must get everything.
I hate when it does that, don't you?
All the time.
What's it doing?
It's highlighting everything, the entire thing, especially the photo of the Nubia. And it doesn't, like, do that one word.
I have no idea about it. Nope. No,
that is not that.
Okay, here's what it is. She's done Living Heroes. She's been doing stuff with the Marvel Boys Legacy. But she's like a webcomics person.
Oh, okay. So she has some
some kind of like knowledge, but
yeah.
of course she'd be talked about on this website. A meme queen and a thread of comedy. Oh boy. That one I'm a bit hesitant
that's a web
on.
comic.
That's one I'm a bit hesitant on. They're trying to ease her in, and at least they're easing her in with and having her be a co-writer, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is just collecting all the backup stories.
Yeah, they're doing Wonder Woman Day this year, and I think that's cool since, of course, it's her 80th anniversary.
Right. Okay, you have that. You have that. I'm just skipping these Joe Hill stuff. Nothing against them, just not my thing.
Same.
DC horror action comics. Okay, excited for all this. It's about time we're getting the War World stuff going. That's all I'm going to say. About time we got it going. And
well, I mean, Batman's finally getting the Mattress stuff going, so it feels like they're on the same schedule.
Right. Now, Aquaman to be becoming, again, Brandon Thomas. Looking forward to this.
Art looks great for that. I'm kind of annoyed that it's not called Aqua Boy, because I don't want to get rid of Arthur.
What about Aqualad?
Or, yeah, I don't remember what they were calling him.
Yep.
Aqualad.
What do you think with the fact that Batman 89 and Superman 79 have been reduced to miniseries? I thought they were going to be ongoings.
No, they were always going to be miniseries. They were originally going to be digital first, but they made them print first, which I think is probably good. Now, look at the variant cover for it, though. Look at that.
Wow.
Lee Weeks is a master.
He's always a master. But
yeah,
but was this.
And Joe Quinones' main cover, too, is really good.
And again, I'm so glad they're actually finally doing stuff with Harvey and having it, of course, be
Lando Harvey.
Yep, we've always wanted that. All right, now, but who is this supposed to be?
Is that I was gonna say Vicky Vale.
It's a new character, isn't it?
Or it could be Renee.
I don't think so.
Wait, isn't that is that the badge on her chest? Or
There's a badge. There's a cop badge. So. And we've not seen any female cops in either of the first two movies.
Hold on a sec. Let me see what the first three.
Now, what I'm going to ask is, how do you think they're going to explain away the stuff with the Ice Princess?
The Ice Princess?
From Returns. Remember, he was still believed to be responsible, remember? That's something that is glazed over for forever. They never resolved that.
I mean, this is a screenwriter who didn't he work on Returns?
Yes. The initial plotting. He did not script it. He was the initial plotter.
Maybe he will do something about it then.
Yeah. Although I still always remember in the behind-the-scenes stuff for the first movie, when they show off Joker shooting the parents, I plead innocent. I have nothing to do with that. Shows Alfred. Had nothing to do with that either. In fact, if I was writing that, that would have been Alfred's last day working. Hence why we had the jab in Returns. Subtle? Want to talk about subtle? How about who let Vicky Vale into the Batcave? Yeah. I'm just sitting there and it's like, oh, hey, Vicky. I do like it, Sam Hamm doing all this. But anyway, while you're doing all that, though, continue on with Batman vs. Bigby. I cannot wait.
Werewolves.
Yep, a wolf in Gotham.
I've been waiting for so long. You don't know.
Maples is coming back.
Now this, oh boy, this guy heard that completely like, what the heck is this? It's reptilian. What is this?
Reptiles. So many reptiles.
I thought he was going to
Is that supposed to be a diaper? Is that supposed to be a diaper?
I thought it was.
You see the little notch? You see the little notch there? You see the little notch there? And the way the fabric is.
Is it a bone
and the way
or
the
a butt?
fabric is. No, I think that's because it's white. And you look how that doesn't happen here, but over here it's being folded in to the notch. That's a diaper.
Like every time I see this, I just keep thinking just that he's going to be eaten. I don't know, just from the way he's held with one hand and all over the body.
and then there's this. The Ventures continue season 2. I'm glad to continue with this.
I need season 1. I just finished with my sister the Batman animated series, like the entire thing, even
nice.
What was the other one, season 2 or season 4, whatever.
Oh, look what's on. Look what's there. Look what his ornament is. The Gray Ghost. It's the Gray Ghost.
Gosh.
Ian, did you see that?
Yep.
That's cute.
I mean, the series. I read the first one. The series is pretty solid.
Now, why is Liam Sharp doing artwork on this?
Because Clayman can do it.
He said he was given a whole year, an extra year,
an entire year, and he still can't do it. Oh my goodness!
I
will say this: Liam Sharp is a really great artist, and I'm happy that he's doing it. I'm happy that we're getting the freaking story because I'm like. I've been waiting for months for these issues, and like, come on.
And it's not worth it. I'm sorry. This is not what I expected.
Like, I love Clayman's art. Oh, I love Clayman's art, but like, I am sick of waiting.
I'm talking about the story. I'm gonna keep through to the end, but this is what he wanted to do in the main title. No wonder they put it in a separate book.
I don't know if this is actually what he wanted to do. I think this is actually a pretty significant change from what he wanted to do.
All right. So if that's the case, then that's fair. Black Manta, looking forward to this one.
I'm just glad we're getting Deep Target because I want my Arthur.
Yep. Blue and Gold.
Now this is weird because we're getting 3 different artists on this issue.
Well, I think they represent different eras. I think
that could work.
Because Jurgens would do Blue Beetle, and then you have Kevin McGuire, the Bwahaha era.
What's the Bwahaha era?
The Justice League International era. That Keith Giffen and James DeMatteis. It's the first time you had these two together, and that's where their broness came from.
But did they say Bwahaha back then?
Oh, yeah. Because whenever time they would do a joke, Batman took Guy Gardner down one punch.
So I was actually confused of this because they haven't been together in so long. When I saw this, I thought this was like the older issues, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. And then I'm like, oh wait, and then I saw Nerdette's stream of this, and I'm like, wait, it's new. I could have gone the first issue when I saw it.
Yep. Now it's only about to start. It hasn't started yet.
About to start. My bad. I'm so sorry.
Yep. It's going to start next week.
And it's going to be 8. Only 8?
Yep, only 8 issues. They're finalizing this one, collecting all the digital books. I gotta say, this was the weakest of the series.
I mean, I'm just not a fan, so.
Right. Oh yeah, Tomasi. Yeah, Checkmate. Now, is this an ongoing?
Is it an ongoing? I can't tell. I thought it was supposed to be 6 issues.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 6 issues, and then that got delayed, and now it looks like it's an ongoing, and we still haven't gotten that History of Manhunter.
I'm so angry about that. I wanted that Manhunter book so bad.
So do I. Oh, I love. I just forgot her name now.
Kate Spencer.
Kate. Yeah, I love Kate.
She's such a great character.
Oh, I got the all the trades.
Yeah, and if they'd published the frickin' miniseries, we would have gotten reprints. But now, nope.
Yep. Now, Crush, it's this here saying they left the trail of destruction, and Crush, basically saying, so she still hasn't caught up with him yet. Okay, I do like that. The 2 different covers are representing one and the other. I do like that.
Clever.
I'm probably going to call it 7th issue. 7th or 8th issue is probably when they're going to catch up.
Yeah, honestly, I still like Crush.
It's about to be on number 5.
Right. I like Crush still, and I think Tamaki has a decent. Yeah, I think Tamaki has a decent handle, but this is only if you accept that there's a bigger gap between the end of the Teen Titans run and when this mini starts, because there's no way in how she got a girlfriend that fast and all the feelings they've had between each other, especially after what happened with Jen.
Yeah, that would be real quick.
Yeah, that's why the only way you could assume is that there was a bigger gap.
It's comics.
Deathstroke Inc. Where do you stand?
I just don't like Howard Porter's art.
Okay. I think there was a point where he was a lot better than he is now, but you do realize a lot of this came about from after he had like a hand injury or something, right?
I do understand that, but I look at that and I'm like, where's my eye supposed to go? Like, I don't know what to look at.
Like this one you can know what to look at.
Well, that's Francisco Mattino, but Howard Porter's doing the interiors, and so I'm
I know.
Like,
Now, Future State Gotham, I gotta say, this has not been that bad.
I've been enjoying it.
I'm not liking how they're putting in some old stories for backups.
Wait, is this Future State Gotham where they were trying to...
They're continuing off of where all the other Batman stuff happened.
Like, it was advertised as a manga? Was that
manga style?
Manga style. I got the
it's still black and white.
It's still black and white? Okay.
Yep. Which is probably why the price is so low for the amount of pages. I mean, it's 32 pages, but it's still a lower price, probably because it's black and white.
I did not pay $3.99 for that book. It was like $4 or $5.99.
You got the variant cover then. Yeah, you got the variant.
Gosh dang it! They only had the variants.
I hate that. Now I'm loving Jeffrey Thorne on Green Lantern. Just wish they would get more consistent artists. And I am not a Tom Rainey fan. I like his earlier stuff, but lately Tom Rainey's artwork has been really, what the heck?
I don't understand why they're switching artists. It's only been
Well, I think it was always meant to be Tom Rainey first, and I think that's what I recall. It was supposed to be Tom Rainey first. Something got delayed, so they brought him back the one of the other artists, but then it made it seem like that. Oh, this is going to be the regular artist.
But
that's odd. Jeffrey Thorne, he actually has a handle on Teen Lantern. And Joe, the Far Sector Lantern. Okay, Hardware. I'm going to be buying these books, especially Brandon Thomas again.
I forgot to get Hardware. I'm so disappointed.
It hasn't started again. It hasn't started yet.
Oh, I was like for pre-order. I was in the
pre-order,
app for Midtown Comics, and I'm like, oh, I should get it, but I'm like, no, I have no money. I have to freaking save.
Yeah, I think it doesn't start until when? Wait, okay, that's issue 3. When does Hardware start? Hold on. Okay, it starts 8/11, the 11th of next month.
Nice.
Oh, and then you have this, of course, the anime series. Icon Rocket. Again, I'm the withhold judgment. Not a fan of Rocket though doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not used to Rocket being like that.
What's another cover? Is there any more covers?
Nope, that's it.
What? No.
I am not a fan of Rocket being that vulgar. Even with her hands, I mean, it's like, no, she was.
They're just trying to be edgy.
Yeah. Brian Michael Bendis has been doing surprisingly good with Justice League. I do think that they don't have
so old there. What's going on with that?
What?
Naomi looks so old there. What's going on with that?
I have no idea. There's a David Marquez cover. No. That's an Alexander Lozano cover.
How old is she in the comics?
Oh, she's like late teen.
Yeah,
she looks late teens.
Wait, what?
She looks like almost
20s.
Yeah, but again, he's been doing decent. I think it's because it is much closer to the stuff with Avengers, where he knows, you can keep it somewhat grounded, but you guys still tell bigger stories. That, and I think DC's really keeping him on a leash. So
Except for he's giving Lois a brother. Oh, come on, Bendis.
That was all. What? That was the whole thing about her and Lucy. They were the only daughters, and their father raised them as sons because they didn't have a brother. This better be from an alternate universe. This better be from the multiverse.
I'm so confused.
What? If it's going to be from, it has to be from the multiverse. It has to be. Because otherwise, then that tells you Bendis does not get Lois. It confirms he does not get Lois.
We'll see.
And wait, David, you're tired of Naomi? She hasn't appeared that much, though, to be fair. That's just me saying that. Now, Justice League Infinity, I'm all right with it so far.
Yeah, what'd you think of that first issue?
Oh, a lot better than I thought. The stuff with Manhunter seems to be implying more than what's going on. Although, to be fair, it doesn't make him look endearing. If it feels like, it makes it seem like his appearance at the end of the final episode was a fluke. You know what I mean? It just comes out very selfish on his part, on John's part. You know what I mean? Yeah. Would you agree with that? It comes out very selfish on John's part.
Yeah.
Justice League Last Ride, I've been enjoying this, and nice to know that it's something that's definitely an Elseworld. Not happy that Robertson is off artwork already.
That is weird. Why would you get, like, it's a mini-series. Why would
and it was
you
supposed to be a digital first. People thought they would have had it in the can well ahead of time.
Disappointing.
Oh, okay. Brandon Easton. Screw him. This book here, special effect, it's still not a black label. You know what I mean? That bothers me that this is not a black label. Yet, but yet at the same time, they're saying Shiloh returns to where the story started, the future. So he's in the future? The only thing I say is if he's in the future, then that means anything we just see in here doesn't matter because it's just going to be a possible future anyway. You want to bet that was the only reason why they agreed to not make this be a black label is because it was set in the future? You want to bet?
I have no idea. It's just...
Pennyworth, I'm interested in this. I've not seen the show. Have you, Ian?
I did see like about 75% of the first season, and it was they did a lot of things that I just didn't enjoy. They had a really good cast, but they just made some weird choices.
All right. What about you, B? Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. I totally forgot about it. Is this connected to the series?
Yes.
Is it like a sequel, a prequel?
It's continuing the hit Spy series, so it's a follow-up.
Oh, okay. Wait, are they ever going to make another season?
No idea.
Ugh.
Now there's Robin, and apparently he's going to get a girlfriend.
Flatline.
It's not Raven?
You know they're never going to do that in the comics. Everyone's so obsessed with Beast Boy and Raven.
Yeah, but with this continuity, it was like it's so different.
They toyed more with it. That was more the DC animated movies where they really went hard on it.
I was actually surprised.
But here, though, it's look, they're focusing on Flatline, and I'll just wait and see.
Oh, I do want to say, as I do read a lot of shoujo and josei manga, usually cater to teen females and females 18 plus. This is very accurate to what they look like, and I love it, and I just love it so much. Especially they got the, oh my gosh, I don't remember what it's called. It's like the back of the book, that side where it says like 92 on it. It's so accurate. That's very
true. They really are accurate. Yeah, I will give it that. Ruby, Justice League. I thought it ended all right. I read the whole thing. I thought it ended pretty well.
I think I'm just going to get the volume of that one.
Yeah. Scooby. Okay, Shazam. Again, Tim Sheridan better sell me on it because I am ready. I am almost ready to drop Teen Titans Academy.
This just looks so frustrating because why do you want Shazam to be dark and depressing?
That's what Jeff Johns was trying to avoid. And again, we're getting rid of the family and everything, and all.
So is this one is this one still connected to the New 52 one where he has the foster family?
No. Well, we don't know. We don't. Well, it's supposed to be, but apparently now all their powers are back in him alone,
which sucks.
So
even Mary and Freddie.
What?
Yep, even Mary, Freddie, everyone part of the family. All of the powers are just back in him, and we don't get an explanation yet until the first issue, obviously. But this is.
Is he still a child?
Oh no! Yeah, he's still a kid that turns into an adult. That's not going anywhere.
Is he still? Does he have in this version the wisdom of Solomon, or is he just act childish as an adult?
That's always been the case. That's always been the case, regardless. I will say though, that's one thing they like that Jeff Johns did, where he actually tried to explain saying the wisdom of Solomon doesn't give you all the answers. I prefer that as having beings because really that's so vague.
Wisdom versus intelligence.
Right. Static. Suicide Squad. Okay. Ambush bug. Got me sold right there. I love me some ambush bug. What would either of you?
I have no idea what ambush bug is.
He was Deadpool before Deadpool, but even then, to amp up the meta-ness of him.
How many people were Deadpool before Deadpool? Even
no,
Deadpool.
no. He doesn't even before She-Hulk. All of that. This was the guy, but again, very more meta-textual compared to Deadpool.
Nice. It's not gonna have one of those. You know how in Deadpool comics they have like he talks too much, so the bubbles go everywhere. Honestly, that makes me nauseous. Which is why I don't read his comics.
Most people who aren't Keith Giffen when they write them, more keep them tamed compared to when Giffen does it. When Giffen does it, it's all over the place.
Nice. Thanks for letting me know.
Yep. King Shark. Looking forward to this because of the movie. And
also,
Collins.
Defacer. Come on, Defacer's awesome.
No idea who that is.
You didn't read Rebirth Nightwing, the blue-haired girlfriend of Nightwing?
I only read the first issue of the Rebirth Nightwing.
I have the volume, but I haven't read it yet.
Rebirth Nightwing was awesome.
I had to make some cuts when Rebirth started.
Wait, was the girlfriend named Shane?
Yes, Sean sang.
Sean, sorry. Like, people were... I remember on YouTube, like, people were hating on her so much.
She's great.
Like, she had a lot of hate, and I'm like, she's just a girl.
She is a former supervillain, but, so are a lot of people.
Yep, Superman 78.
Look at the variant. Look at the variant.
Oh, yeah.
Much better.
Oh, my goodness, it's so good.
Superman versus Lobo. It's a Black Label and everything, and it's Superman and Lobo. I'll be getting it. Wait,
beat 'em up.
Where's the Black Label thing here? It's supposed to be Black Label.
Yeah, it was.
I think it still is. I think that was just a mistake.
It's the one non-Batman Black Label.
Superman Kal-El. It's Tom Taylor. He proved he can handle John and Deceased. So I still feel he's in good hands compared to other writers.
That's a really cool cover.
Oh, whoa. I missed a lot of stuff from Tavia. Hold on. From the Bendis nonsense. Yeah, Mr. Miracle. The show isn't worth it. Yeah. How did they lose their powers, Tavia? We don't know yet. We won't know until the first issue, but the solicitation makes it very clear everyone else is going to lose it.
And I hate it so much.
And Teen Titans Academy again. Seriously, this guy's actually worked with these characters in other media. Why is he not that good with writing them in the main context? Why is it just like with John Ridley, he's treating the animated stuff like they've always been canon? I think he's not as egregious as Ridley, though, with it.
So am I guessing the Titans Academy is more of a meh?
It's a major meh. It's not shit. I would not call it shit, but it's major meh.
But I don't like Teen Titans.
I've been getting this just for the funness and the fact that it's $2.99. How many $2.99 books are there out? Oh, The Flash. I loved the recent arc and how it ended. But yeah, Joker. We're finally getting them head to head.
So I love Joker, but this solicitation sucks. I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. I gotta say, where do you stand on the recent issue? It was a little off.
I liked it.
I love the artwork, but
I wish it was pushing the story forward instead of a flashback, but it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, is this that female Bane?
Yep.
I couldn't tell until I just noticed the ponytail. I was like, he looks smaller.
What?
I was thinking that he looked smaller, like in height, and then I saw the ponytail, and I'm like, oh, it is a female. That is my bad.
Yep. Have they given her a proper name yet, or is she still just Lady Bane? Not yet. Have they given her a name yet, or is she just Lady
her
Bane
name is Vengeance.
Vengeance. Okay, that actually...
That's a nice name.
That fits. That's like a nice counterpoint to Bane. Now, I haven't read any of this, and it's Matthew Rosenberg.
So, I actually had a thought when I first saw this. When I think Puzzle Box, was I the only one that thought that it would have been like a Riddler comic, not a Joker comic?
Actually, to be honest, I was thinking Hellraiser.
Hellraiser's pretty good too. Because I would have loved it if it was
I haven't read the digital
something not Joker.
Yeah, now this is a digital first because it's still going on digitally right now. So I don't know, but I haven't read any of it. So no. Okay, Swamp Things it's a few more issues left, but it ties into Suicide Squad. I've been loving it. It's Ram V. He's doing a great work. Titans United. Did I miss much about the first issue? What's the first issue about?
That's the confusing thing because Red Hood and Nightwing are both in it, and we don't know if it's in the main universe or if it's confusing.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you have Hawk and Dove. No, Wonder Girl, we got both of them because they've been so far behind. They got to get Adriana Milo in.
Yeah, I don't understand what they're doing with two different artists in the same month.
Joelle Jones has been so far behind, obviously. But I'm glad that it's made clear this is not a limited series, that it's still going to go on.
Holly, I'm so happy.
Yep.
Because I've been really loving this series so far.
Oh yeah, it's been good. I've been loving it.
I don't understand how people could hate the art style and say she doesn't look like a woman. And I'm like, huh, excuse me?
What?
How? Please, sir. Are you an expert? I don't... They're like, she's the most ugliest woman I've ever seen. And I'm like, excuse me?
She's what? What the hell are they talking about? I have not seen her drawn poorly in any of her appearances. Ever. But yeah,
I follow her on Instagram too. So seeing the details before it comes out in comics is amazing.
Yep. But yeah, 780, Diana comes back to Earth.
That's a gorgeous cover, but I like the other one with Steve.
Unfortunately, that's not here.
No, I love Steve.
But it was such a good cover.
Mm-hmm. Black and Gold. I gotta say,
this one has disappointed me. They're not putting top talent on this book.
No, now Kurt Busiek's gonna do something on this issue, so might be good.
Maybe. I do like this cover by Roche Besk, though.
I think they decided to go out of their way to make sure to get as many women as possible, just because they're women.
They're not doing a good job of getting top quality stories out.
If only they focused more on talented women instead of just women.
That's true. Okay, and that's all it is. Oh, I'm considering getting this.
Wait, Omnibus? Listen, I just bought.
It has all
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Batman 1 and 2, and you're telling me there's going to be an omnibus out?
For all 3 miniseries.
Oh, wait, never mind. It's $99.99. I'm good.
Yep. But yeah, all 3 miniseries plus a bunch of never before seen extras. Too bad they're not including the Batman Adventures Ninja Turtles crossover. That was the anime series crossing over with the Nicktoons version.
Oh, you mean the 2012?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. So that's what that one was. I wasn't sure.
That was a crossover between the two versions. Yeah, that was a crossover between the two versions. And yeah, it was good. Like basically, the first 5 issues were set during the original first couple of seasons, and then the last issue does a time skip to the Gotham Knights era for just one more romp.
I think I'm gonna get that one too. But I didn't watch the 2012 one religiously as much as the 2003, but it's still a pretty good series. I'm sad that people just said, "Oh, it's so silly," and I'm like, Master Splinter dying is silly. Okay.
Yeah, leading into the last season and all that. But of course, Superman and Sword, you were right, man, when you told me before that this was an alternate continuity. But at the same time, now, why are they acting like this is so important?
Because it's Morrison and they want us to think so and buy it.
Yeah, I think it's also I have a feeling this might get tapped into during the War World stuff or something, especially the fact that from what rumors are saying, that John's going to be a despot in this, like they've been wondering about. Which, I'll be honest, I think that tells you I don't think Morrison likes John, or at least what's been done with him. You know what I mean?
So what's with the Superman over here? Like, he's obviously...
This one is a completely different one. This is one where he and the Authority formed very early on.
Okay, making sure.
Yep, this is a completely different one. Yeah, the fact they're able to get all the Superman Batman issues into 2 omnibuses still impresses me. You know what I mean? Because there are so many issues. 87 issues. And a bunch of annuals. More Teen Titans Go DC superheroes.
I actually think that's a really good idea.
They've done it. They've crossed them over twice so far in the cartoons.
I just think it's a good blending of the. They've got similar writing,
except one is more farcical than the other. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but like, they're not like. It's not like trying to blend, the Dark Knight Returns movie with.
Or trying to blend these together.
I liked the first one. I thought it was fun.
Oh no! I'm messing. I like them all. I like that, but I mean, I have all the issues. Wait a minute. Doug and Braithwaite. He's done better. What kind of cover is that?
A lazy one?
Beyond lazy. But look at Superman.
He looks very strange.
Yeah, I mean, Constantine doesn't look that bad, but look at Zatanna. What's up with Zatanna?
Also looks strange.
Wait, is this the volume version?
Yeah, this is a collection of the first 7 issues.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was going to be 3.
Nope.
Oh, Tevye says that the Superman and the Authority is not in an alternate.
What do you mean? It is. Yeah, it is.
Nobody cares about Teen Titans Go.
Okay, yes, it is in an alternate universe because Superman forms the Authority early on in this version of events. Things are going to play out very differently. Not exactly, but think of it this way. This was written in 2018, well before they planned any of this War World stuff and everything. So the only way for it to fit in is if it's an alternate continuity. Otherwise, they're shoehorning everything else all around what it's doing. Oh. Wait, AJ, what do you mean you were on with Tristan on this one? With what? Oh, sorry. Look, dude, sorry, all right? When I'm showing off the stuff, it's blocking the window, all right? I'm sorry on that, AJ, all right? I am seeing all this and all that stuff, but yeah. Sorry, man, all right? I'm just not able to
doing a full screen, and then I'm like, oh, that's right, there's a chat. I should look at the chat. But then I have to get out of full screen. Then I feel blind.
Yeah, Tavia. Superman is going to team up with the Authorities in the current stuff. But I don't think it's going to be connected directly to Superman and the Authority, or it might at the very end. We don't know. But the fact of the matter is, this book was written years ago. It's only now finally coming out. So really, there's no way in hell that Morrison's working around the story here. But okay, let's go to Bleeding Cool now, so we can look up that the timeline and the timeline. First of all, I do like how they cleared up this bit here, because that kind of threw me off when I read about that. People thinking because of this here, that means Paul Levitz was the guy who was trying to steal away from his co-creators to get the royalties. But it's like, Levitz is the guy who championed people getting royalties.
That's very true. Dixon has said over and over again that Levitz is the guy who makes sure people got paid.
No, that makes no sense for them to just say because of this, and it's like, what? Are you saying that he did this also he could get royalties and that's it? Again, AJ, look, I get I get it, all right? Well, Tavia, I'm bringing up Bleeding Cool because they actually make a good point here, all right, on this one. And again, AJ, I'm sorry, all right? I'm trying to juggle everything, all right? But when I'm also showing it, when I'm trying to share screens, it doesn't do it. I mean, it basically blocks everything I have here unless I am doing something like this, in which case you're not going to be able to see much for me to be able to see everything.
I hate that little blue chat button on the corner because it's blocking what everybody is saying.
Yeah. But anyway, here's the full list of the timeline. Here's everything. So number one, the Dawn of the Heroes, 25-year time window. Krypton explodes, rocket crashes, Deep Trevor crashes on Themyscira, Monpar 25, Jay Garrick debuts as the Flash, Zatara is a stage magician. Okay, so far, I say so for the start, so far so good at the start. Would you agree with that, Ian?
I don't know enough about the Golden Age to really say.
All right. But yeah, then Thomas and Wayne are married and everything. Like, yeah, it was made for DC 5G. That's why we're going over this. All right, so yeah, Dinah Lance, Haunted Tank debuts. Basically, all the stuff. I will give them this. It's well sold out. JSA disbands 18 years into Heroes being around. Okay, that actually makes some sense, especially when you say they were active for about a 15-year window. If you're going by a real timeline, that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't have dual screens, AJ. I don't have them. So, I'm barely not able to have one screen. Plus, I don't have the desk space enough for it. But, Batman Superman debut in the second generation. Again, makes sense. You know, you want to get the Golden Age stuff out of the way. Dude, I know what you meant by dual. But yeah, like I said, this makes sense. You know, it's better to have Batman Superman appear during the Silver Age at the very least, when all the others, the League form and everything, as opposed to trying to have it be, oh, Superman should be there during the Justice Society. That makes no sense. Although having Wonder Woman be around beforehand, yes, it is. This was supposed to be the timeline. Batman, they joined the JLA and everything. It's 1972. Again, all this stuff seems very interesting in its own thing. But this being the definitive, like year 40, by that point you have Crisis. So you have all this stuff going on. Dick is 24. Alfred's 52, Bruce is 35, yada, yada, yada. Then you have the Age of Crisis. Again, when you're looking at the ages, some of them do add up, wouldn't you say? Ian? Like Dick being...
I'm mostly just really angry that they're giving precise ages and times for the boys in the Bat family that make sense, and then Cassandra and Stephanie are completely shafted and make no sense whatsoever.
Good point. Especially, Tim is 16 by 1988, and yet, okay, there's Renee, E.O. O'Brien, all that.
I remember that Hippolyta took Diana's place. I remember researching that.
So Stephanie, they don't even give her an age.
Her age is unknown. She has no age.
I'm talking about was Cassandra. Okay, Cassandra's 13 by 96 by the time of the Morrison era. Would that sound about right? Ian, since you're more of the
no,
Batgirl,
Cassandra should have been at least
older?
16, preferably 17 or 18 when she became Batgirl.
All right. And then, of course, you have, Under the Red Hood, all that stuff. 5-year compression. Final Crisis. Yeah, condensing all of those. Oh yeah, just to mention AJ, yeah, I'm looking forward to Lonely City as well. I gushed about that earlier.
Wait, is this on Bleeding Cool's
Yes,
website?
it is. Yes, this is on Bleeding Cool. So yeah, then the Flashpoint's all condensed into 5 years. Bruce would wait. Yeah, the fact that Bruce would be in his 50s by the time of Dark Knight Metal.
What?
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. What the heck?
I'd read it.
Wait. There's an actual thing with that. Oh. It's a webcomic.
I know there's the Power Rangers versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I've been looking for.
Yep. No, I didn't. Well, I think that's answer your question, AJ. No, I have not read it, but I'll look into it. But yeah, I know they kept going to like Tavia. The thing is, though, doing a heavy retcon like that is more. I think that's more trouble than it's worth from an editorial standpoint, if you ask me. You know what I mean? So who knows? But yeah, the fact is, you see this, and some of the stuff makes some sense. But again, you see, Bruce and, like I said, Bruce and Selena are in their 50s, and when John returns from the future, he's in his 20s. Well, that will explain a bit. Okay, AJ, I get it. Yeah, I get it. It was a thing. I said I'll look into it. But yeah, the fact that we never get anything about Gen 5 at all. Oh, well. But again, looking at all this stuff, I get what they were going for. And let's be honest, Dio's been a guy who's been wanting this specific dates for years. And to be fair, this isn't the first time they've done this, Give me a moment. This is not the first time they did it. Can I see the image on its own, please? Oh, come on. Let me see the image on its own. There we go. They actually did this back during 0 Hour. So, I mean, you see all this stuff, at least up to a point. See, 41, 41, 42. And then eventually after that, then they go into general 47 years ago, 43 years ago. But see, this is not the first time they've done it. So for the deal to want to go through all that, it actually makes some sense, especially when more time had passed since this. So what do you two say about that? Do you think the general concept was not a bad one?
I don't think it was a bad one, but I don't
know. Okay, AJ. First of all, AJ, settle down. You don't, and please, no.
I can't really hear anything you've been saying.
Not at all. Okay, first of all, AJ, like I said, no caps, please. No all caps. And second of all, do you mean retcon, not redcon? But anyway, no, Ian, I was saying, I just showed you all this stuff. This is from 0 Hour. This is the 0 Hour timeline. So telling you that they did actually have timeline stuff in place beforehand. So what Dan DiDio did just seems to be continuing off of this. AJ, okay.
I think timelines.
Sorry. Continue.
I think timelines are really double-edged swords because if you commit to, say, Batman being 50, what are you going to do when you have a new Robin? You're just going to have to compress the timeline again.
That's true. And yeah, that is very true. You have a very good point. I get what you're saying. It is a double-edged sword. And AJ, again, please stop it with the all caps, all right? And I have to argue with you. I enjoy the Boom and Power Rangers comic. I didn't yell. Did I yell, guys? Did I yell?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was being calm. I was being calm, all right. So, and okay, you have a low data stream. That doesn't mean you have to go for all caps. And all that. Okay, dude. But like I said, I personally enjoyed the Boom Studio Power Rangers. All right, dude. People are welcome to their opinion. If you have a very strong opinion of the CEO of Boom Comics, that's yours. But I do not want to blame. I do not feel it's right to condemn an entire company because of a higher up. Do you two agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it depends on what they did, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
the problem is it was so connected to 5G, and since we know that 5G was going to be so bad, not the ideas, but the fact that they were dictating to creators what they had to write, like that's just a terrible plan.
Oh, yeah, that would have been horrible. And again, the fact of the matter is, you just look at how Future State went and how already, although really, are we that far off already, though, since technically Future State is dictating where they're going? Ian, did you hear that? Is it any different?
No, it sounds exactly the same. And it sounds like they didn't learn anything.
Yeah, except it looks like they're letting people do it on their own accord, it looks like. Wait, well, Tavia, I seem to recall you enjoying some aspects of Future State. Where's this? It was all bad coming from?
I thought you said you liked Wonder Girl at least.
Yeah.
I feel like I remembered you saying that, maybe.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in some of the comments saying that he liked some of it. Where's this all bad coming from? What, you change your mind? I mean, if you change your mind, that's fine. That is perfectly fine.
I could also be having a Mandela effect. I've been getting it so much lately.
Oh, okay. Wally, I look at as one of the leftovers from 5G that was editorially mandated. But
that felt pure DDO.
Yep, and unfortunately, the fact that it tied in with everything from Teen Titans and Shazam. What the hell was that shit about? What the hell was that shit about? What they did was Raven?
Tim Sheridan needs to have a come to Jesus moment where he realizes that he doesn't need to be like Dan Didio.
Why do you think that he brought him in to... Why do I have a feeling he brought him into everything Dan did? Why do I have a feeling?
I think you're probably right.
Okay, AJ, I get you like caps, and I get you're not spamming or yelling, but it still is off-putting when I see something in all caps. That's just how I am. Could you please not do that? Please, I'm asking you politely. I'm asking you calmly, all right? I'm not yelling or anything. I'm just being polite. Oh, yeah, John Kemp bottling Metropolis. That sounds like something that was left over, something Bendis had in mind.
It's such a weird choice. Like,
yeah, and again, the Teen Titans getting killed off, just like all the stuff with Flash and everything. It was like, what was the whole point of that point in the timeline of G5, Future State? That whole point, all that there was like, what was the point of making it so bleak? The only thing it actually did good then was when it got resolved by Black Adam.
I'm surprised Future State lasted this long. I thought it was only supposed to be a February thing.
It was a February and March thing.
February and March thing.
Yeah, and well, to be fair, they're only continuing the era people loved.
I mean, the interesting thing for me about Future State is that...
Hey, well, take a second. I like Gold Beetle, all right? She's fun. She's quirky, and I love how in the Flash annual they actually said Iris tells Wally that Jay is dating her. It's like, she give you an aneurysm. Yeah, I think I've met her. I like her. I think she's quirky. Hate how people saw it. What?
Who's Gold Beetle?
Oh, she was introduced during Future State and then was used in the Flash books. She's basically now keep in mind, these are descendants of, and her parents are descendants of Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. Everyone kept saying, oh, what, those two get together? Like, no, it's their descendants that got together.
That's just shipping fuel.
Yeah,
Either
but the
way.
descendants that got together, and she is so. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the Japanese type of definition of someone who's so highly energized?
I'm thinking.
I don't remember. But yeah, though, I mean, we don't need to keep showing that. But I mean, but still, though, I think their Future State had a lot of good. But that portion there, all the stuff around Teen Titans and Flash was horrible. I have no idea what the hell they were thinking. I mean, it was like, why are you making it so bleak and depressing? At least the Gotham era, which is why I'm glad they're continuing it, felt as dark as it was, it still had semblance of hope that they were going to win and everything. And then, of course, we later find out, oh, technically they did win. It just somehow Tim was, Tim was able to to somehow do what Bruce couldn't, all off screen. Yeah, it's convenient when you have it all off screen. Okay, Supergirl Future State, I completely agree. That was also one of the worst.
At least the art's good.
Oh, the art was fine, but that whole
like
story
Tim Drake Future State.
What, you liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Wait, when did that one come out?
That was one of the backups. No, that was a main story. That was a main book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that. I did like that. Yeah, Tavia, you are being negative, dude. You have usually been so positive on things. What's going on?
Wrong side of the bed this morning.
Possibly. We're digging into. We're digging into you, dude. We're not. Don't take it personal. Okay, dude. AJ, seriously, dude. I'm saying settle down because you are being hostile right now. All right, and yet a retcon. Okay, retcon is when you change something that was already established. Sometimes it can be done very well. Other times it can be done, especially when you do it with the softness or the finesse of a sledgehammer, it could be done very poorly. Like how they fixed Hal Jordan being parallax for Green Lantern Rebirth. That was actually handled pretty well.
Oh, would Oracle be considered? No, Oracle's not
a retcon. No, that's not a retcon.
They still mention it and still part of continuity.
Yeah.
What they did with giving her legs back was a retcon for 4 years.
That's very true. AJ, we got to have some rules, all right? And I'm not policing your opinion, all right, dude? I'm just asking you to settle down. That's all I'm asking you, all right? I'm being polite. I am not being rude. I'm not being hostile. I don't have any mods here who are going to boot you out, all right? No, I get you're not angry, but you're the way you're saying all this stuff, like saying you hate all of it, going into the all caps saying you hate the Boom Studio Power Rangers. I'm sorry, Dad, especially when there's some people saying they're liking it. Again, you're welcome to your opinion. That's fine. But just as much as Dominic's welcome to his opinion or my opinion, I like those Power Rangers comics. I have no idea what you're talking about with the Boom Studio CEO and all that stuff. I mean, and again, I'm not being a dick. I'm being fine. I'm being polite. How am I being a dick? All right, please tell me how you think I'm being a dick, because I have been calm, polite, and patient here. All right? Please, man, do not lash out at me when I'm not being the asshole here. Nor am I saying are you being the asshole, but I'm just asking you to please just, whatever's causing you to type out these things, settle down and just maybe step away. I don't know what, but please, man. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, sorry, guys. But yeah, I mean, what was I saying? It was a retcon. Again, some of them could be good. Some of them can be horrible. Like trying to retcon saying that She-Hulk never liked the attention she got like Jason Aaron tried to pull. It's a bullshit retcon.
Oh my God.
That is a bullshit retcon because we know that contradicts everything about her. She loved it.
I have every issue except the John Byrne one.
I would say I love Dan Slott's run. I love.
I think I need volume 2, and then I'm completely done with that. Yep. I'm super excited because I just read the original of the Savage She-Hulk. Her first appearance, her first comic. Didn't like how it ended. My favorite character got shafted.
Who was your favorite character?
She had a love interest. He was friends with like a monster from the swamp. Oh my gosh, his name.
Wait. Which book are we talking here?
Savage She-Hulk. Her
Oh,
very first
yeah,
comic.
I never read that. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Oh, and AJ, just because I'm on the spectrum like you doesn't mean I don't notice certain things. All right, I am not. Yeah, like, wait, I know I did not yell. I got two other people here that vouch for me saying I didn't yell. All right, I'm raising my voice
how
a little bit.
Sound like some people sound like they're naturally yelling.
Okay, I might raise my voice a little bit, but I'm not yelling. And sometimes I do that way. Trust me, if I was yelling. Oh, I'm not going to do it now, but you would know if I'm yelling. I might raise my voice. I naturally get loud, yes, but I'm not yelling. All right? So please. And like I said, it's natural for our chat stream to have restrictions. Please do. Allow me to have like some restrictions, all right? And it's not just you. If anyone else did all caps, I'd be asking them to knock it off too. It's not just you. Anyway, where was I?
Oh, we were talking about She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Yeah, I have no idea about that. But the only one I've read was Dan Slott's run, to be honest. And Peter David. I regret not getting those trades because they're impossible to find for Peter David's She-Hulk run.
Oh, my first one was by Charles Soule.
Charles Soule.
Yes, it was from It's Super Effective.
I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was the one who was like, hey, if you want to like read a comic.
Oh, he did. He got it well because he's a lawyer. He knew how to handle.
I loved it. Oh my god.
And you had Mariko Tamaki. But again, I don't blame her entirely for that. That felt like a. Okay. Dude, just because he refuses to hire more talent, it could also be because of their finances. For all you know, there could be a multitude of factors to why he's not hiring more. It might not always have to be spite. And I won't listen to what you have to say, dude. You are typing stuff up. I don't have to always agree with everything you're saying. All right, all right. I can respect your saying it. I'm just saying I don't agree with it. And you shouldn't. I don't want you to be like you when you were snapping at Dominic. I was not going to stand for that because Dominic is a guy I've had on this stream. I do not feel fair for anyone to be lashing out. All right, and among other factors. And again, was all caps come off like it's shouting. All right, it comes out about like you are being hostile, even if you're not intending to. I don't know of anyone who does it for funsies. Besides trolls, do you guys? Do you see anyone normally do all caps?
Just for funsies. I don't know. There are some people that say that they do like to write in caps, but I will, of course, my brain automatically says, "Oh, you're yelling."
The other reason also is that every time I see it, I'm so used to like Ethan Van Sciver's chat rooms and things like that. Stuff I've avoided because I got so fed up with that. That's also part of the other reason why. It just brings me back to those memories of it where these guys just did all these old caps trying to get attention, trying to get noticed. And it's like, if this stream was constantly moving, I'd understand why you would be doing all caps to try and get someone to notice it. You're not getting bombarded, dude. You're not getting your stuff pushed all the way up. So please, man, it's not needed. And I am being polite. I am trying to be fair here. That's all I'm asking. Again, I'm sorry I'm trying to deviate from that. But like I said, back to with retcons. That stuff was, like I said, Jason Aaron, what he's doing with She-Hulk makes no sense. Especially when you have stuff like Dan Slott make it very clear when she's She-Hulk, she sleeps around. When she's Jen, she's only slept with like 3 guys in her life.
I remember that male model she slept with in a dance.
In the very first issue, and it's
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and she's like, oh crap, I reported back to Jen. Can't have him see open. How many times does this happen? Then go to bed with She-Hulk and then wake up with, who's this? And so she's like, come on, whoosh, goes right back to her big bulk. Again, I thought Dan Slott really had to handle the character. I think he really got the character. That this is all Dan Slott. Current Dan Slott, I don't think could write GL to save his life.
It depends. Does he have a crush on her?
What?
Depends. Does he have a crush on her?
I don't know, but I gotta say though, another good case of a surprisingly good retcon was Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk. All the stuff they introduced, or Donny Cates stuff on Venom. You know what I mean? They've been really good, effective at retconning or trying to fix continuity.
I heard that run was really good. I have to get it.
Yeah, dude, that seems like they don't only have one writer, they have multiple writers, dude. And the fact is, yeah, if he says he's going to have to fire his writers, that means that money's probably tight there. They can't afford new writers. And Image is a different model altogether compared to most of the other comic people out there. Image, you are paying them to be handling things out. That is how it is, right, Ian? When it comes to Image, it's like they are publishing you, but you're going to get more of the money back. But it's more like they're like a house that you're going to be doing it. It's not like Image is just a different thing altogether. You could have sub-imprints at Image. You don't have that at Boom. Some exceptions, but those are more the traditional sub-imprints.
Yeah, Image is a very different company. It's basically everything is creator driven. The creators have to do everything.
Creators have to do everything, and of course they will pick and choose certain creators, but for the most part they are very open compared to others because they're not taking much of the hit. You are. If I remember right, correct? They don't take as much of a hit compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Unless it's an in-house book, of course. Like Walking Dead. That's probably the main reason why they got Robert Kirkman on, to make sure that they got a bigger cut. But it's Boom. Boom is a more traditional studio. All right? Boom is a very traditional studio. It is very much they only have a certain amount of funds. They're all in-house. Even if they're freelancing them, it's still an in-house thing. And very much again, different animal. Boom is closer to Dark Horse. And of course, Dark Horse has more money than Boom. Boom, it's doing a lot better than a lot of the companies, but it's probably very low in the totem pole as far as what their finances are. And they don't want to end up like IDW where they're in debt.
Didn't IDW close or something?
No, it's still going.
No, it's still going.
Which is the one that closed?
I know some stores there, but I don't know of any company that's closed recently.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, AJ, you got to look at it beyond what you are comparing it to Image. Never compare it to Image. Image is a completely different kettle of fish.
There's a good question about...
Sinister War. I loved it.
Is that
the question before that?
Yeah. Oh, what before that? Which one?
Peter and Mary Jane getting married.
Oh yeah. About to get game. Here's what I think is going to happen.
Peter and Mary Jane.
Yeah. With Sinister War. Here's what I think is going to happen. I personally think that they're going to undo it. I think they're going to undo a lot, but it's not going to bring back the marriage. I think they're going to have the memories of being married at the most. At the very least, it's going to undo the taint to his soul. But at the very most, I think that they're going to. I do really hope that this is going to be true because they're playing so much about, especially with Mysterio. I think they're going to remember they were married. They're not going to get married, but all those memories are going to come back, which would play off with everything that Spencer's been doing so far, undoing a lot of the stuff done from One More Day.
Oh my god!
And that would give an explanation of why Peter would not be around for the next book. Whoa. Okay. You guys want to say anything about that one?
Which one?
AJ, come on, all right? I'm not being rude. I'm explaining things to you. All right? I'm trying to say is, in this instance, your assumptions about comparing Boom to Image is not well-founded. I'm sorry. That it needs to be said. It's not well-founded. It's not a good comparison. All right? I'm not going to go any further. dude, if you don't like it, if you're going to give me an issue with me, I'm sorry. There's nothing more I can say or do. You are not. It's not a matter of me not listening to you. You want to keep having that opinion? Fine, go ahead. All right. Okay, go ahead, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. I just can't say any more on it. All right. I'm not feeling I'm being respected here, and just like you feel like I'm being rude to you, when I'm just trying to state why some of that stuff just does not really well founded. And this whole thing connects back to when you were snapping and Dominic. All right. So I do what you will, man. I'm not going to go any further with this. Anyway, I do agree, and Dominic, yeah, I do agree. Everyone wants the marriage restored. If the members of the marriage are restored, yeah, I would say that's a perfect compromise. Wouldn't you two agree?
Well, yeah. I think they should just restore the marriage, but it's a good first step.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think at least having their memories back and everything, of course, that would include memories of their baby they lost, I think would be a lot more fitting. Now, here's the other thing I got to ask. Where do I, now, how much caught up are you on Spider-Man?
I'm a bit behind.
What about you, Bianca?
Are you talking about the Sinister War?
Yeah, by the time of Sinister War. How far caught up?
I haven't even started. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, that's the current thing.
Wait, is that is the artist is not Carlos Gomez, is it?
No, currently the artist is Mark Bagley for Sinister War.
Okay. So no, I haven't started reading it yet, but like I think I'm going to. Everybody seems to have a really good opinion about it.
Oh yeah, Spencer's run is so good. It's just such a shame it's ending early.
I think I skimmed through the first issue of Sinister War, but I could be wrong.
Well, there's only the one issue so far.
Well, I just don't remember which issue it was I looked. I actually haven't gone to my comic shop this month because I've got a coupon that says I can get them all for a discount. So I'm going to save it for the last week.
Coupons for your comic shop?
Well, it's their 10th anniversary
I wish
celebration.
I did. But yeah, again, with Spider-Man, here's hoping. I don't know. I hope for the best. I'd be surprised. I do think the memories of the marriage being restored is the closest we'll ever get.
Well, until maybe next generation of writers.
Maybe next generation of writers, but also all depends on how much Disney or whoever owns Marvel by that point is going to want to be like, no, we still want to appeal to kids, and no kid wants to marry Spider-Man.
That's stupid.
Oh, it's beyond stupid. But yeah. So, anyone else got anything to bring up? Because I'm running dry.
I mean, we've gone through all the what do you call them?
What were you going to say, B?
I was going to say that since we were talking about She-Hulk.
Okay, we go back to She-Hulk.
I was actually going to say how I'm excited for the TV series that's coming out.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Oh, goodbye.
I agree. Yep, I agree. I am excited.
Jessica Gao, who, if you don't know her, or if you did watch Rick and Morty, she's famous for the whole Pickle Rick episode that became
the Pickle Rick episode.
And I saw that she actually bought John Byrne's She-Hulk, so she's a big fan of it, and so that makes me happy that it's going into good hands. Also, I learned that the whole Dana Schwartz thing, like, she isn't the only writer. There's like 4 more writers.
Yeah.
And she was the only one complaining. And I'm like, I'm not going to listen to this whiny baby about.
So, in other words, it's a repeat of.
About it, you know?
In other words, it's a repeat of Superman and Lois.
I hope so. I really hope so.
One writer complained, but doesn't speak for everyone else.
Exactly.
Man, after reading all that stuff about the writers' complaints and then watching the show, I'm like, that writers was looking for something to fight about, I think.
Yeah,
especially once we finally got a proper handling of John
Henry.
John Henry. It's like,
Steel.
What was it not good enough for you? You just had to make Mom Paul black just to be black when you could have. Because clearly this person was there on all the writing stuff. It wasn't enough. Clearly, Jonathan and John Henry Irons was not enough for them. It's like we're finally getting rid of the taint from Shaq. I'm sorry. That's the reason why I'm pretty sure people don't. People when people think about a black Superman related character, they always think back to Shaq, and unfortunately, it sucked. But like I said, I am looking forward to the She-Hulk series. I very much am, and especially again, it's the orphan black lady. Just forgot her name.
Yeah, I still haven't looked for the series. Don't worry, I'm going to.
Right.
I just procrastinate a lot.
Yep, but
and I just want.
That's nice. Nice that you put. Yep, that's nice that you put a proper avatar on.
I wanted to choose the same one that was on my YouTube channel.
Nice. But yeah, though. I mean, with I gotta say also with someone wants to ask this. I saw on Twitter. I want to ask this to both of you. Do you think the multiverse is getting too oversaturated? My personal answer. At first, I was going to say no, but now as I think about it, the fact that you're having it across all medias, not just within comics. Within comics, it's been restrained by comparison. But once you have it happening in the TV shows and the movies as well, yeah, it's. I mean, granted, I'm grateful for it. I always love the multiverse, but I can see why someone feels that way.
I mean, I would say that the multiverse is only as present as you need it to be. They all exist in their own realities.
I know, but when you have some people like Young Rippa saying the whole point of the multiverse was just to give us diverse version of characters. Seriously, the guy has no idea about the multiverse at all.
Well, that's why you don't listen to some people.
Oh, I know, but unfortunately, we have so many other people who are listening and taking what he says as fact, like a lot of other YouTube channels.
One thing I don't like about the multiverse is, for the comic wise, like if I see something, like I was looking at all the Earths, I try to remember as much as I can, but there's one where everybody is rather like race changed or gender bender kind of thing, but a lot of them stayed, and I'm like, wait, so why'd you keep him like that, but you changed her? Or like, if like for example, there's one where the entire Justice League is black, but Vixen is still black, and I'm like, well,
yeah. Well, to be fair, in that world, you still had Lex Luthor as white.
So he still stayed? So I was so confused.
But they have to make him. He has to make it very clear. I'm not racist, though. I'm not doing this because I'm racist. I hate you because you're a Superman. I'm not hating you because I'm racist. And this was long ago when that was written. This was New 52 when it was written.
I don't go that far. Sorry, I was moving.
It's all right. But yeah, though. So,
I'll plug in my headphones because it dropped.
That's all right. It's all right. But yeah, though, I mean, I get what you're saying. Sometimes there are some inconsistencies that's up to the creators. Very much so. But again, that's a give and take thing. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a world where some of them are, like, let's say Superman became a Nazi. How many of the heroes actually still stay heroes, and how many of them, for some whatever reason, follow the regime?
How many more evil Superman?
I know, but when you have like a Wonder Nazi and a Bat Nazi, especially Batman, it's like, at least in Red Sun, you have Batman still fighting against him.
Too many evil Batman right now.
With way more evil Superman, and I'm so tired of them.
Waiting for evil Wonder Woman now.
Give me that. Give me evil Wendy.
But without Superman's influence.
Well, to be fair, she's influencing Superman in Injustice, not the other way around.
In the Injustice one, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, but I think it's about time to wrap things up. Thank you two for coming on, and B, how was this for your first full stream?
Oh, I loved it so much. It was so much fun.
We should do it more.
Yes. And I love talking with you, Ian.
Indeed, it was great to meet you.
Well, thank you two for coming on board. Thank you guys for sticking around with us, and we'll be seeing you on whenever we do another one. Take care.
All right. Have a nice day, everybody.
Yep.